Good afternoon, my name is Peter Robertson and today I'm going to show you how to make my favorite juicy meatballs. Made this recipe numerous times. It's from Natasha's kitchen and I absolutely love it. It's such a versatile, you can freeze these meatballs, you can do so many fantastic things with them, and they make so many meals very easy. Meatball subs with potatoes and gravy. So the first thing that you need to do, and the trick really, is these 3 slices of bread here. I'm going to trim the edges of the bread. Okay, and I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of cold water. Okay, I'm going to let them sit for about 5 minutes. That's one of the tricks, and I'll come back to those afterwards. I'm going to chop up 3 cloves of garlic. Voila, here we go, I've done that. I'm going to chop up the parsley. It's about two tablespoons of parsley into small pieces. Smells so good, just makes all the difference. The parsley is a critical piece of the... Okay, I'll just transfer that to the serving platter. Always handy to have some of these on hand when you're cooking. A terrific thing to have. Okay, well I cheated a little bit. I've already added some cold water to this. I'm just going to make this into like an applesauce consistency. Okay, just using the fork. And as I said, they rested for about 5 minutes there. You can get an idea what the consistency looks like there with the close-up of the camera. There we go, I'll just set that aside. Excellent. I've got 1 pound of pork and I've got 1 pound of ground pork and 1 pound of ground beef. I'm going to add it to the larger bowl. Perfect. I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Don't want to waste any of that. I'm going to add my garlic, 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to add my parsley, finely chopped parsley. And I'm going to add 1 large egg. Perfect. There we go. I'm going to wash my hands because the best way of making these meatballs is to get in there and use your nice clean hands. Okay, so we're going to mix it all together until it's got an even consistency. Should take a few minutes to do this. I'm going to add a couple more ingredients here, which is the bread. Can't forget about that. And also I'm going to add some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. Okay, that should be doing. That should be good. And some ground pepper. About 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper. Okay. There we go. And continue mixing this all together until you've got a nice even consistency. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll just wash my hands up a little bit. The easiest way is to use an ice cream scoop. You want to make them into balls, of course, but the easiest thing to do is an ice cream scoop. So just scoop out about 2 tablespoons I've got wax paper over a tray here, which is just makes it very easy. About 2 tablespoons onto a waxed paper. Okay, I'll come back to these. I'm going to roll them. Okay, so scoop that. You should get 22 to 24 meatballs or so from this recipe, depending on the size you make them. They should be about 1.5 inches in diameter. The ice cream scoop helps you with consistency, nice and moist, and just roll them into a ball using your hands. Is we will stop the camera just for a second and prep the balance of these. And then we'll add them to our very nifty turbo cooker. There's several ways you can make these. You can bake them, you can saute them, but I like the turbo cooker because it gives you a fat-free meatball and they're very tender and juicy. Great, so we'll be back in a few minutes. Great, welcome back. I'm just going to add these to the amazing turbo cooker. As I say, you can braise them, you can saute them, you can bake them in a lovely tomato sauce for your pastas. Very versatile. In here just to make things a little cleaner. There we go. Excellent. So then I take the turbo, place the lid on the top. This works off of like a halogen light system. I'm going to put it to 200 degrees. And I'm going to put it on for 30 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm going to flip them over to brown the other side, make sure they're nice and cooked on that side as well. Okay, any questions? And guess what? I have a treat for you. Voila, here we are. I'm just going to sample one of these and just make sure they're as juicy and as wonderful as they normally are. I'm just going to cut one in half. And just show you how juicy the inside of that is. Okay, I'm going to have a taste sample. It's a big meatball. Bon appetit.